Hi, collective. So we're going to switch it up and get back to the roots and do a collective reading. When I started the channel, I used to only do collective readings, and I felt very much guided by spirit, by the guides, to get into a collective reading, to read on the energy. So that is what we're going to do. Before we get into it, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Right. Collective. I hope that everybody's doing well. All right. Now let's get into it. I'm seeing us moving towards an offer, maybe out of a space where there weren't offers coming in and now into a space where there are. Maybe finding a sense of balance too where there hadn't been balance before. I'm getting a big balancing out energy here. Okay. I'm seeing you balancing something out with work, with the position. I'm hearing job. I'm also hearing title. This can be a position that you hold at work, something like that. And I'm seeing us planting seeds for a sense of stability, something regarding money coming in, okay? I'm hearing an aim, a goal. I channel as well as interpret the cards for anybody new. I'm seeing you doing the work to ground something needed. It's like you may be wishing to work with somebody, maybe to manifest a sort of collaboration. And I'm seeing you grounding something that you want to plan. I'm hearing plan of action. You may be planning to work with somebody as well. I'm seeing us planning for something unexpected coming to fruition, okay? I'm hearing plan for that. I'm hearing Pisces. I'm looking at something we're in our heads about. Maybe somebody's behavior, somebody that we're working with. Maybe somebody, I'm hearing something intuitively that we know. I'm hearing the word preparation. I'm looking at the Knight of Wands here and laughing. Like maybe somebody's behavior is like silly, or they're not taking something seriously, okay? And I'm seeing us kind of pulling back from an energy, maybe pulling back from somebody that we feel distracted by. Maybe they distract us from goals that we have. I'm hearing hitting a lick. I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm seeing something hidden. Something that we're working on, okay? I'm hearing not yet revealed. And I'm seeing that there's something from the past that we're realizing. I'm hearing recognizing that we're not finding fulfillment. I'm hearing within, and we're moving away from this. This can be, I'm getting that this is somebody from the past, okay? I was going to say situation. It always can be. We may even be deciding that we need to move away from something so much so that we're willing to kind of be on our own. I'm getting for the time being. So I'm seeing us moving out of a sort of chaos that we've been feeling. And I'm seeing us kind of working here with Jupiter energy. I'm looking at an offer coming in from somebody to collaborate with them. Maybe this is for like an entrepreneur type of energy. This could also be some type of job offer that you have coming in too. And I'm seeing something hidden, something that we don't know about. I'm looking at reciprocity, and I'm looking at us planning to be working in a position that we're into, maybe working to establish something within the career. I'm hearing within the career space, something at work. And I'm seeing that there may be a company, there may be a boss, somebody that we were collaborating with, somebody we were working with. This can also be a coworker. This could even be somebody a couple steps ahead of you, maybe like a manager type of energy. I'm seeing like somebody from the past that we were working with. Again, this can be a company. I'm seeing like somebody's behavior being kind of off-putting, okay? And I'm seeing us kind of trying to find the way to remove ourselves from a space where we feel like we're kind of caught up in our heads here. And I'm getting that in order to do this, in order to manifest freeing ourselves from the mind space, there's somebody that we're being guided strongly to, I'm hearing departure, to move away from, okay? And we're moving out and away from whatever situation this is. I'm also hearing behavior, and moving into a place where we're achieving a goal that we have, maybe something regarding a gain of money. I'm hearing financial gain, and I'm seeing us being guided to kind of pull back, to rest, and also be checking our mindset. Make sure that we're in the mindset where whatever we're focusing on is what we're going to attract. So if we're focused on abundance, that is what we're going to attract ultimately, I'm hearing, okay? And I'm getting that there's going to be a big change, a big shift that we're going to see in our physical environment, okay? I'm also hearing with our mindset. Collective. Happy to meet you here. Look at this Knight of Wands popping out again. And I'm seeing somebody that we're moving away from. This can even be us with a type of behavior. I'm hearing cycle pattern that we're moving away from. Whether this is our behavior or somebody else's, I'm seeing that we're recognizing that it no longer resonates with the heart space, I'm getting, okay? Maybe we're looking for something more serious, something more committed, and that's not what we were finding. I'm hearing in that storyline, okay? I'm seeing us heading towards something in regard to, okay, so I'm getting this notion strongly. There may have been an energy, a frequency that we were dealing with that we like tried over and over again. Maybe a sense of patience that we had with this person. But I'm seeing us kind of like leaving everything, I'm hearing, at the wayside, and moving in a direction where we feel like we're truly being called, like truly resonating in the heart space, okay? And I'm looking at a shift in perspective that we have. I'm looking at Pisces coming out enlightened here. It's like maybe recognizing a gift that we have as well. Maybe an ability. I'm seeing us reaching, I'm hearing an understanding and knowing that we're being guided to adjust to. I'm hearing move with. And I'm seeing, too, that we're moving into a spot as well where we're figuring out what's going to feel balanced for us. Maybe a sense of what it's going to take for us to feel compensated for something that we're doing, okay? And I'm getting that when we look in, when we look within, hi-oh, when we look within, oh is my cat for anybody new. We're recognizing that we want to bring justice to a situation, okay? Maybe something we're judging for ourselves now, and maybe something that we're recognizing in the past had been out of balance, and something that we're trying to bring balance to. And I'm seeing that this moves us into, I'm hearing a category shift. I'm hearing category shift. I'm getting something with the finances as well, okay? I'm getting this strongly. We're being guided to take a leap of faith in the direction of something that we want, regardless of us feeling conflicted about being left out to a degree, okay? And I'm seeing too that when we look within, we recognize that we're being guided to rest, to pull back from something, and also to move away from it, okay? It's like the way that you find grounding in this situation is to remove yourself from any sort of, I'm hearing disruption. And into a new beginning. I'm getting too that there may be something that we felt tied to that we're being guided to break away from as well. I'm looking at judgment being called. I'm seeing us assess the situation and try to figure out where we want to move to. We may even be calling judgment on a situation that I'm hearing we were left feeling confused within, and I'm seeing us being guided to end this thing, end a collaboration, end a dynamic that we have with somebody, I'm hearing once and for all. I'm seeing that this is an ending that we need to release. I'm hearing put it down, I'm hearing release it. I'm seeing somebody with red pants here. And I'm seeing us stepping into our energy. Okay, so I'm seeing that there was a situation where we were involved with somebody in the Knight of Wands energy. And I'm seeing us bring justice to this situation by, again, removing ourselves from whatever this is, okay? Taking a break from whatever this is. This can be energetic interactions that we feel drained by and us needing to create an energetic barrier, okay? And I'm seeing us walking towards... I'm hearing enlightenment. It's like we're moving into a space where rather than checking with the energies of people around us when we're looking for advice, we're rather going within, okay? And I'm seeing that this helps us move to a place where we're feeling calm, where we're feeling grounded. And I'm seeing that there's an offer that comes in for us, and maybe we're even finding a direction that we've been looking to find, something that we find when we look within. I'm hearing motivation. It's like you see clearly this direction that you want to be going in. It's something very pure, something very wholesome. And I'm seeing that we're moving into a place where we're ready to assess the situation. I'm seeing us seeing something from a different perspective, maybe a goal that we had, I'm hearing with a company. This can also be with another person, maybe within a collaboration. And I'm seeing us being guided to alchemize something. I'm hearing friction. I'm hearing tension. There may be somebody that we really, somebody we had a disagreement with, somebody that rubbed us the wrong way, somebody that we had a lot of internal conflict with that we're being guided to resolve, okay? And whatever this is, it's like, when you go into a situation, this is how you'll know what this is. When you go into a situation and you're constantly feeling conflicted or that it's bringing up feelings, we must first of all recognize and address these things, and then also understand if something is out of alignment, that's where these feelings come from and something needs to be resolved. I'm seeing us cutting ties with somebody completely because we recognize that we are not going to feel like there's a sense of balance, there's a sense of reciprocity in whatever this is. And even if we need to go it alone for a bit, I'm seeing that this is necessary for us to, I'm hearing independently step into our power, okay? I'm looking at Pisces, I'm looking at Sag, I'm looking at Libra, I'm looking at Virgo, I'm looking at Pluto, and I'm looking at Venus here. I'm seeing that there's a lesson we're learning in regard to a position that we're stepping into with work, okay? I'm hearing at work. Maybe with the work that we're doing. I'm seeing us I'm seeing us doing something that we feel we're being guided to do, guided by spirit, okay? This can be stepping into a new contract. I'm hearing signed and sealed. I'm seeing that there are a lot of elements to this thing, and that we may be recognizing that there's a lot weighing on us, okay? A lot on our shoulders, and I'm seeing that as long as we continue putting in work, I'm hearing consistently, we're going to make it to the other side of this. It's like you may be manifesting something with your money. I'm hearing gain. And I'm seeing that there's going to be assistance that comes in. I'm hearing by your ability to be consistent. I'm seeing something coming to light. Maybe somebody stepping in to offer a hand. I'm seeing our eyes on something that we want. Maybe a sense of determination that we have. I'm hearing the word consistency again. And now I'm seeing that somebody that has their eye on you may be coming in to, I'm hearing send a message, okay? Maybe somebody that's been watching you work. Sorry, I'm laughing at O back there. Okay. I'm seeing that there's something that manifests from a past cycle, okay, that comes to fruition, right? So it's like you're stepping into this place at work where you're feeling established, where you're feeling good about this place that you're stepping into. You may be mastering something with your job, something with your work, something about the place that you're stepping into. And I'm seeing us being, I'm hearing becoming aware of somebody that's watching us, okay? We may be getting downloads that may feel like they're a lot to be carrying, maybe a lot of information that's coming in. And I'm seeing that I'm getting something about energy that we're channeling, right? I'm getting something about feeling a high level of download. And I'm seeing that there's something that's going to come through, okay, from a person that we need to be mindful of. And I'm seeing that there's assistance that we find in the illumination. I'm hearing the realization. I'm looking at a harmony. I'm looking at something coming to light about somebody from the past, okay? I'm getting that somebody from the past may be watching you, and they're going to be coming in to make some sort of offer. And now I'm looking at the Lovers popping out. I'm looking at Leo, Taurus, and Aries over here. And now I'm seeing that somebody may be planning to make some sort of offer to you, okay? I'm seeing us being guided to really balance out the fact that we may be in our heads about this. I'm hearing situation. I'm getting that for some of us, we may not want the return of this past person nor an offer from this person. And I'm seeing us being guided to prepare for whatever this is, okay? I'm hearing smooth sailing. It's like, regardless of what anybody's planning, I'm seeing us being guided to kind of go our own way, start our new venture, because this is where we're going to find, I'm hearing, the happiness that we seek, okay? I'm seeing us being guided to stay in alignment regardless of what is popping up in our physical environment, okay? I'm getting something strongly about like a message or news that comes in for you. But I'm seeing that you're really going to be helping yourself out. You may be working with a guide as well by really reining it in, especially like from a reaction standpoint. Like if something happens, I'm hearing unexpectedly, maybe expectedly now. You're being guided to really be in a place where you're controlling your reaction, where you're not being reactive emotionally and kind of pooling it together, okay? And I'm seeing that we're going to be managing something in regard to our emotions, and it's going to help us establish a sort of connection that we want to see. Something that is going to bring a sense of happiness to light. And I'm seeing that there may be a soul contract that we're activating and a new venture that we're stepping into, okay? I'm seeing that we may be feeling a bit oh, I'm hearing being guided in this direction. I'm seeing that we may be a bit confused about the direction that we're being guided into, but us heeding the messages that we're getting, especially intuitively, is part of this lesson for us to figure out where we need to be going. And I'm seeing us healing something with a union, with a harmony. I'm hearing that we want to establish. I'm looking at Aquarius and I'm looking at Saturn popping out. And now I'm seeing that there's an offer that we're being guided to set boundaries with, okay? I'm hearing call it out. Somebody may be coming in. Somebody, that's Octavia, may be coming in and offering something to you that you want to be mindful of. I'm getting that this is going to be unexpected.